message, she would have answered the phone. So I didn't see why she had to first ignore the call and then have an attitude
when she did answer.
Just
just don't answer. Text him back that general message, I'm busy, I'll call you back.
Mm-hmm.
And then have that conversation in the car on Bluetooth where it's better, and turn it all the way up so it's extra loud in his ear if you wanted to be mean. Not mean, but I just don't like when people are mean like that in front of other people. So that was... Did she say that she was? Did she acknowledge that she was talking to Jackie, or she just answered the phone? What would you like, Gregory?
That's how she. I don't even think she said that she was meeting with Jackie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know until the show comes on.
Yeah. And so the men met up, and
I love when the men get together.
I know, and I really want to get some of Eugene's fried fish or widow shrimp, whatever seafood he was frying. I want some of that.
Yeah, you know I'm on this whole fish kick. I could eat fish every day, all day.
I know.
Them poor little fish. I be feeling bad when I eat them, but they taste so good.
Why you feel bad?
Because, I'm trying to be animal free, but I done found me a little...
Fish is not an animal.
It's a fish. But, fish was in the Bible, and I can eat that. I tell myself that. But, girl, I had a fish sandwich from Bones the other day. It was good.
I've never had their fish. I always go there and get chicken. Get the chicken wings. The honey hot. Bones is good.
Yeah. So, I don't remember what he was frying. I just was like, when I see the men together, I'm totally engaged on their relationship dynamic.
Yeah, it seems like they are really there to build each other up and support each other. It's not catty, but men aren't catty anyway. So
some men are catty, but their relationship is solid. More so, I would like more of that from the women.
Yes. We ain't gonna get that.
Now, that's a group of women who compete.
Yes.
Very much so. And it's completely dysfunctional. But we ain't talking about that right now.
I know.
But I really like, they were like genuinely concerned, like, no, how are you doing? And it was a warm place for him to feel vulnerable and talk. And it was good to see him out with the guys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good that they're not all like, well, I gotta stand here in solidarity with my wife and not like you. Like they still maintain
even though
their
Eugene was like, he ain't did nothing to me.
Exactly.
He cool with me. And Toya was kind of like she has a problem with him being friends with him. So I wonder how that's gonna roll out throughout the season.
Well, I mean,
because she has an influence over him.
Yes, she does
to a certain extent.
At the end of the day, when Eugene has had enough of Toya, he lets it be known. He checks her. So I ain't worried about that.
Okay. Can we go back a little? Well, never mind. I'm skipping ahead. I had to think about the way the show went. But let's keep going about the guys talking.
Okay. I kind of forgot. I know the guys were talking to Cecil about how they were, trying to talk to him during the reunion show. I kind of checked out when they were talking to Eugene. So what did they say?
They were talking to Eugene?
Not Eugene. Clyde's husband. Dr. G.
They were just pretty much asking him how he was doing, where were they at in the relationship, and he was pretty much explaining their situation, and they ain't get nowhere.
Okay.
They ain't get nowhere.
Okay.
I think they're just stalling.
Okay. So what you think about Toya and Eugene building this $2 million
Okay,
house?
that's where I wanted to skip to, but I said that I was going to wait till we got there.
Okay.
So, the inner Dave Ramsey lover in me is like, why they have two kids, right? Two kids, and I know
9,000 square feet.
Right. And so I'm like, I'm a person who likes to look at big homes, but I don't have a desire in my heart to have a big home because I'm thinking you got to clean it, you got to heat it, you got to cool it. They're expensive. However, I wish I had a house that kind of was like a RV. You know how the rooms pop out on the side when you have guests and you can put them back? That's the only reason why I would want a big house if I have a lot of social gatherings and a huge family so everyone can have their space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it when you get out of debt and you aren't working. You are not helping to provide your husband. You're not helping him provide all this stuff for you. And he's out here breaking his back in a sense to provide this stuff. Why do you have to start there? Could $900,000 not do it? Could $850,000? Like, let's just keep going back. Like, why do you have to have that much house? And then I start thinking about everybody's house. And even though they say Dr. Heavenly's house is not appealing, whatever. But then I'm thinking about Jackie and Curtis. They don't have all that stuff.
They don't.
And I know their kids are small, but there's only 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So technically they could have a 3-bedroom house and everybody would have a space.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe have like a large family room or a theater room. And I know in Atlanta you have to keep up with the Joneses.
You really don't, but yeah.
In their minds.
Yes.
I'm trying to I try to understand crazy when I don't quite get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, so could you not scale it down to like a 5-bedroom home in a really nice neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you have to have all of that? That way you can have a spot for your guests to sleep. You have some extra rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. And you could still have your basement
Mm-hmm.
with your beautiful closet. I'm not going to lie. I would want a closet like that. I'm not going to trip because I saw one with an elevator and I was...
yeah, the one we went to the home show last year.
Exactly.
It was pretty. It was
beautiful.
Yeah.
And I felt like that is what I deserve in life. And I could have a 3-bedroom house with a closet
That's 2 levels.
That's 2 levels. And I feel like I won with a really nice bear claw tub. Like, I won't need nothing else for the rest of my life. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't understand why they can't scale it back.
I have questions because they moved out of the main home that they had built and they are renting their current home. So why wouldn't they just go back? Because they hadn't sold the other house. Why wouldn't they just move back into that house?
Maybe it's people in there and they just want something.
I mean, that because they keep making it like it's their forever home. And I'm like, but you had everything you needed in the other home. Like, why wouldn't you wait till the lease ran out and not renew the lease with your renters in the other house and just move back in your other house? That's my thought process.
They just want something new, I guess. I guess that could be, and she wants that closet, but you can, maybe if they don't have a basement, they can't make that happen. I don't know. I do not get the dynamic of their decision making at all. I just don't get it. I
try to understand it as when they were in debt, like they created a budget. So obviously with him getting promoted, that is more money. I feel like they're still budgeting. And he said they budgeted for a $2 million house. So I feel like obviously it's in their budget, but I would still not want a $2 million house. I would want, if I was at that level, I would be fine with, in Atlanta, a house that was $500,000.
But this is what I think of. Even though you're fine with it, you don't, even if you can afford it, that doesn't mean you have to have it.
Exactly.
So if something were to happen, if somebody got sick, or if
he
somebody,
couldn't
work, or if he just decided one day, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a professional golfer, and I'm going to chase my dream on being a golfer. They don't have that option because they got this mortgage to pay for, or their whole family's out in the, like, that is a huge bill, and that is your home. So you have to have somewhere to stay. So
that's why I said I would go with a $500,000 house. And if I could afford a $2 million house, I would pay on my $500,000 mortgage as if I had a $2 million house.
And pay it off.
And
then what? Then what do you do?
Have money.
You have money, Toya. You have money to buy whatever you want to buy. Because I feel like if my husband was working like that, I would feel bad that I'm not physically contributing to. I know you can make his lunch and make his life cushy, but he's working that hard, you know?
Well, now, I mean, he has a promotion. So in the previous episode, he was saying, now I don't have to work like that. And she was like, yeah, I don't want you to. So
exactly.
That's not.
But he's still out of the house working. He's not having drinks with his friends during the day. You know, she's like kicking it.
Well, I mean, if he's okay with that, if they are okay with that, it's not it's a problem to you.
It's a problem.
But it's not a problem for them.
It's a problem because she could make it a lot. She could encourage him to scale it back because he wants her to be happy.
Well, when he took
the only thing that he got excited about is that daggone outdoor kitchen. And
so
she
he can
tried
fry his fish.
right, and she tried to pick that apart. Let him have what he gonna have because he don't work for it.
Well, I will say in the previous episode, he showed her a house that was way out of budget. So they are on the same page of staying within the budget.
I just say don't ever get back in that situation if you can prevent it. You know?
I feel like on a good day, that's not a decision that I would make. But I feel like since they have been through being in that type of debt and know how to budget to not be in it, I feel like if they want to get a $2 million house, I guess that's fine. Something I wouldn't do, but
yeah, it's their life.
Yeah.
Maybe Bravo helps them pay for it.
I'm sure they get paid for the show. That's her job.
That is her job,
so,
to be Nancy Toya and not have nothing else to do but to torment her friends in a sense because you in your feelings about why you didn't call me because you don't have nothing to do.
I feel like you be housewife shaming Toya.
I am all about, you know what, my goal in life was to be a housewife until I had to go on medical leave and be in the house for 6 weeks and I couldn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's anything wrong with being a housewife. I just feel like she's selfish and she's self-centered and she's not like I don't really see her doing a lot for other people, even though she's at home.
Mm-hmm.
I know that maybe she just decided not to have her kids on there,
mm-hmm.
but I just don't feel like she's doing anything for the greater good other than for Toya. And that's what bothers
that they
me.
May not show in the show because they want to make it look
right. That's her role.
Yeah.
She's been scripted and edited to look that way.
Yeah.
But that's what I see. And I just like, really? I don't know. Last season took a turn for me with Toya.
Okay.
And then this season with Contessa.
Yeah.
That kind of rubbed me the wrong way too.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she'll redeem herself and I'll be like, oh, Toya, you my friend again.
Yeah.
Like me and her were friends when her and Contessa was at the little Finity Fit or what was it?
Fit Me.
Fit Me.
Mm-hmm.
We were friends. I was like, oh, they work really well together. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
impressed. So I have like a bipolar type of relationship with Toya.
Okay. I understand.
And I was Team Toya when she was like, this is too much money for this house.
Yeah.
We need to scale it back. I was like, oh, she's not selfish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. She tried to cut they're saying she can cut out of that closet in order to make his dreams come true. Because he's the one working for him.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. I bet you it's going to be pretty once it's done.
Oh, I know it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, so let's get on Contessa. So they went to the doctor to talk about having the mastectomy, and the good thing is she not losing her nipples. They're gonna cut it to where she won't lose those. So that's good.
I just think that the whole situation is pretty disheartening for me, and I know she's got to do what she's got to do, but for her to get the call and she's got like a day to make that decision was she's really strong. Just to say, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. And then the highlight of that is I get to keep my nipples.
Yeah.
And so she's a trooper.
She is.
She's a real trooper. She has some serious strength, and I can really respect that. Between that and the way she flipped that baby up when it was choking, I knew she was my girl.
Oh my gosh. Did you see when she was pushing the baby on the swing and they were talking about death? I cracked up. The baby was like, I don't want to die.
And so I think she's preparing them for her dad or even for her. You know, she's just, having a real conversation with them.
And you got to do that. You got to do that.
Because little kids get blindsided by it. I know nobody really talked to me about that. So, and I wish someone would have shared it with me. Even though I went to a lot of funerals, I didn't really get the concept.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't get the conversation beforehand. Like, this is why and this is what's going to happen. Yeah. So I absolutely love, and I really don't care for Mariah, but I like her dynamic with her daughter. And then she took her to the lady doctor.
I know. And she asked some very mature questions.
She did.
I think she is adorable. I think she is so beautiful. And she was like, she was just really, I felt like that they are going to have a really good relationship. And I really like the fact that she delivered her and now she's going to.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's
that
like
never
full circle.